Unit-wise important questions with detailed explanations. Okay, this will help you in exams like viva and interviews, and brief explanation about for exams. Okay, let's start with this video. So unit-wise important questions. No, from first unit in cyber security. Actually, we have all concepts, basic concepts of cyber security, right? So explain cybersecurity and cyber threats. Okay. First of all, what is the security? What is cyber security? It is a practice of protecting computers, right? So computing, not only computers, any networks and data from unauthorized access. So or any attacks also. So this is what you have to explain about, only the definition. And then next, what are the cyber threats, right? What are cyber threats means? Those are harmful activities like hacking, malware, phishing. So these are some cyber threats, right? So these are going to damage the systems or steal some information, right? So you have to explain this cyber threats in detail. Okay, so this is for 8 marks questions, right? For you people will have a essay question for 8 marks. So you have to elaborate this for 8 marks. Okay, and what are the main goal is to ensure here is to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, availability. Actually, right, this thing you can explain cyber security and various cyber threats. Okay, coming to the second question, what is system administration? What is system administration? Describe its roles and responsibilities. So what is system administration? First you need to explain the system administration, just like it is involving managing and maintaining computer systems and networks. Okay, and also it includes like installation softwares, managing users, monitoring performances, taking backups, or like this you have to explain about system administration. And then a system administrator, what he plays a key role in keeping like keeping systems like stable or secure, like this you have to explain. Okay, and you have to explain the roles here, more roles and responsibilities. And coming to the third question, explain various cyber security safeguards. What are the safeguards? What are cyber security safeguards? Just we all know what is safeguards are protective measures to you used to prevent cyber attacks. Like these includes what are cyber attacks, how can we prevent them? By using like firewalls, antivirus softwares, encryption, strong passwords, like these by using these, applying these methods, we can protect them. Okay, this helps you to reduce the risk and protect the sensitive data. Like this you have to explain various cyber security safeguards. Okay, next, in fourth, what is the fourth question? See, define internet governance and explain its importance. So you have to explain about internet governance here. Internet governance, what is internet governance? It refers to like rules and responsibilities for policies, organizations, how that manage, it manages like globally, right? So and it also ensures like proper usage, security, privacy, accessibility of internet. So you have to explain about internet governance here in detail. And what is that importance of this internet governance? Organizations, how they will use, organizations like governments or any international bodies, how they will use, how, where it will be applied. You have to explain in detail about this internet governance. Okay, and coming to the fifth question, explain ethical hacking and threat management in detail. So here you have to explain about ethical hacking. What is ethical hacking? First of all, it is actually a legal process of testing a systems, like to find out vulnerabilities. Okay, any problems. Threat management, what is a threat management? It involves like identifying, analyzing and reducing the cyber threats. Okay, so this is about your fifth question. Coming to the biometrics, you all know what is biometrics is. Biometric authentication, explain in different biometric techniques. So this is very important question from the first unit. Okay, what is biometric? You all know, you can write very easily also. So biometric authentication uses like a unique physical characteristics like fingerprint, faces or iris to verify identity. Okay, it is also ensures gives security like than passwords, because it is very difficult to duplicate it, right? So you have to explain different methods here. Okay, and some examples like mobile fingerprint to unlock and face recognition, this, right? So this you have to explain this biometric authentication in detail for 8 marks. Okay, and also which techniques you will apply for that also you have to explain, right? And some short questions also there, just go through the short questions. What is a software vulnerability? It's like just like it's a problem or a weakness, right? How program that any attackers can attack it, how they can explore it. So this you have to write. And what is a nodal authority? This nodal authority question is also very important. It is just like the person, who is the person, how the security authentication will be given, right? And then uh, like audits, it identifies the weakness and ensures compliances with security standards, how it will be improve their protection strategies, that. And the next is security system. What is a security audit? And what define authentication? What do you mean by threat management? This all are like short questions, right? You can write these short questions. Moving to the second unit now. See this, what in second unit we have a concepts like a soap, like some protocols, right? So what is a soap? Explain its role and role in web services. Like first of all, what is a SOAP? It's a protocol, right? Simple object access protocol. It is a protocol, and what is that? It is used for exchanging data between web services, right? It also uses XML format and also works for HTTP, over on a HTTP protocol, right? And what it can also ensures like structured and secure communication, right? So explain this SOAP by taking an example program, and architecture of a SOAP diagram is also there, no? How it will be, what are the main roles of this, how it will be present the data by you in web services. This you have to explain in detail. Okay, and then next, coming to what is XML access control markup language, and explain its features. Okay, so what, first of all, it says what is XACML? It is a standard used for what? Access control policies, right? First of all, it controls the policies. Okay, and it defines the rules about who can access, which resources it can uses, and it also improves like security by controlling different permissions, like. So you have to explain this XML access control markup language, and main features of access control markup language also. Okay, this is what third question. Now coming to the fourth question, explain various standard authentication and authorization patterns. Okay, what is the first of all, you have to explain about authentication and authorization, right? So you all know what is authentication, like it checks the identity of a user, right? Who are you, like who is this, like this. And what is authorization? It's determines like what actions or resources the user can access, right? So by taking this two, authentication and authorization, you have to explain the patterns, right? Both are important for what? System security, right? You have to explain in detail. Okay, and the next question here is, let me take screen now. What is the fourth question? See, the fourth question is explain basic security mechanism for http http applications and services. Okay, so what are http applications and services here? Just like you have to explain http protocol. Security includes like it also uses https. I already told you multiple times in classes, like S, what is S for security, right? And SSL, TLS also it uses just for cookies and authentication methods, right? And what are the mechanisms what we can use the more? This protects data during like a transmission over the internet, and it also, this http ensures encrypts communication between a client and server. So you have to explain these http security mechanisms. Okay, and http applications also, where do you apply, how do you manage this data by using this http protocol? Okay, And next, fifth question is discuss important security considerations in web security. Like how it will be, what is a web security, where does it applies. Okay, so web security, see what is web security. It protects like websites from attacks like SQL injections or cross-site scriptings or any CSRF websites. Like, so it also ensures secure coding practices or input validations. Like, so what is this web security and where it will be. Okay, you have to write in detail about some important concepts of web security, and you can also say that it ensures safe user interaction, right? So this is, and coming to the sixth question, what is identity and access management? Explain its components. Okay, so this is am. So what is am? Just they may ask you what is am, explain its concept components also. Okay, so here you have to explain about identity and access management managers, what its user identities and permissions, right? And it also includes authentication, authorization, and role management. Okay, right. So you have to explain different what are the concepts are there here, and it ensures only the right users to get access, right? So this concept you have to go through. Okay, and this is what second unit. Now we'll move to the third unit. Okay, see the third unit, what is intrusion. In third unit, uh, we have what is an intrusion detection system, IDS. Explain its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so intrusion detection system, first it's a very important concept from the third unit, right? What is intrusion detection system? It monitors like networks or system activities for suspicious behavior, right? So, and not only for suspicious behavior, it also alerts the administrator about potential attacks, right? So this is, and it can also helps in early detection of threats, right? So this is what IDS. So you have to explain in detail about this IDS, and what are the advantages, disadvantages also you have to explain. Okay, this is what intrusion. And next, what is intrusion? Explain types of intrusion. Sometimes they may ask you the question for what are different types of intrusion detection techniques and intrusions. Okay, this is also like unauthorized access to a system or a network, like this one. Okay, and next, coming to the what is malware, and explain different types of malware, right? So this is also very important question from third unit. What is malware? First of all, you all know what is malware is, like a malicious software, right? It is designed to harm some systems, right? So what are different malwares? Different malwares are nothing but like type in include it's also include like a virus, worm, trojan, spyware, ransomware, right? You have to explain all these things. Okay, what is malware, and explain different types of malware. Okay, and how does it spreads by using by through emails. It can also spread through downloads or infected any devices. It can also spread. Okay, this is what intrusion, what is this malware and different types of malware. Okay, and next, explain differences between network based intrusion detection and host based intrusion detection system. This is also very important question from third unit. So what is network based intrusion? We all know what is intrusion, right? How can we apply for the network? And what is host? What does it mean? So network intrusion detection means, network means just it will go with the networks, right? Like it monitors the total entire network traffics, and based on the network. What about this HIDS? It manages all, monitors like activities on a single system, only single system. What about this network is going to monitors entire network traffic. Okay, and what about this is monitors some devices. HIDS manages some devices, individual devices on a particular system, right? You have to explain this concept. Okay, and both can also detects the attacks, and but also work for different levels. Okay, so this is what network based intrusion detection and host based intrusion detection, right? These are the important question from third unit. Now coming to the fourth unit. In fourth unit we have concepts like cryptography. explain symmetric and asymmetric cryptography methods. Okay, cryptography means it's a technique for ensuring data using encryption standard, right? What is this encryption? Everyone know it is converts the readable data into unreadable format. So we will take a cipher, we'll take a plain text, we'll have a public key, private key, right? So it also have two types, that is symmetric, asymmetric cryptography. Symmetric, I told you multiple times that symmetric means it uses same key for both encryption and decryption, and asymmetric for public key, private key, both keys we use. Like this, you have to explain in detail about this cryptography methods. Okay, and coming to the what is a virtual private network, and explain the services provided by virtual private network. Okay, what is virtual private network here? Yeah, it is going to create a secure connection over the internet, right? So it's a particular connection. It manages a secure connection over the internet, and it hides user identity also, and also it encrypts the data, right? So it is used for like a privacy and security, remote access control. So you should explain this virtual private networks and what are the services also. Okay, and next, coming to the third question, what explain the working mechanism of pretty good policy. So you all know what is pretty good policy. It is used for encrypt the emails and files, right? So it also uses like both symmetric and asymmetric encryption here. Okay, it is also ensures privacy and security in communication, right? So you have to explain this pretty good policy. Okay, now coming to the what is a firewall, and explain different types of firewall. This is also very important question. So what is a firewall is actually a secure system that controls all incoming and outgoing networks traffic, right? So any unauthorized access, it will block that unauthorized access, right? While allowing it allows only the safe communication, right? And they also include like a hardware, any some hardwares and any software firewalls. Okay, some different firewalls like software firewall, hardware firewall. So you have to explain this firewalls. Okay, and next, coming to the digital signature. What is a digital signature? Explain its working process. Okay, digital signature means verifies the authenticity, right? It will verifies the authenticity and the integrity of a message. And what is the use of this digital signature means it uses generally it verifies the authenticity, and it uses what encryption techniques, right? It also ensures that a message is not altered. If once we send any message to anybody else, it will not, there is a no chance to alter that message, right? That is. And next, coming to the explain PGP and MIME in detail. So you all know what is PGP, pretty good policy in multi-mail internet protocol, right? So MIME also you can explain. Next, um, multi-purpose mail internet protocol, right? And what is secure socket layer? Explain its features and working. Secure socket layer, you have to explain. It's a communication between browsers and servers, and it also protects data like passwords, credit cards, debit cards, like this. There we can use this secure socket layer. Okay, what are the main features of secure socket layer? Also, you have to explain it there. Now I'm moving to fifth unit. Let me take 1 second. Now in fifth unit, actually we have standards, cybersecurity standards, right? So what is explain cybersecurity standards in detail. So all cybersecurity standards are there here. So what, first of all, what is a standard? It is like ISO or NIST, like it's provide some guidelines for security, right? The standards you have to take, you have to explain about something like ISO standard or NIST standard. Okay, and why this will be, they help organizations follow some best practices or rules, right? And next, what is email scrutinizing? List and explain methods used to validate email header information. This is also important question. You all know email scrutiny. It's a process for checking emails and authenticity, right? So, and also it helps to detect like a phishing and spam emails, right? So that just go through. all methods, list and explain methods are they asked, so you have to use different methods, which methods you use for scrutinizing. Next, explain cybersecurity regulations and discuss role of information international law. So what is law? First of all, cyber laws, you have to explain about cyber laws, right? So cyber law are nothing but legal rules to prevent a cyber crimes, right? And they can also protect users and organizations from digital threats, right? Some cyber, take any one cyber law and explain that law. Okay, and next, explain the steps involved in scrutinizing and validating email headers. So this is also same question like email. It's checking and verifying the email details like sender IP or domain or any path. So this is why this validation, it helps in identifying like fake emails and all. Okay, explain this concept like this. Next, discuss cybersecurity regulations in detail. What are the different cybersecurity regulations? Some rules and regulations are there, no? Just that, explain that rules and regulations. Okay, next, explain the process of conducting disk based analysis. Okay, where this disk based analysis will be used, and what is this actually? It is used in digital forensics, like to find out any evidences. Okay, this disk based analysis will be used, and it also examines like some storage devices for detected or hidden data. Like this disk based analysis structure you have to explain. Okay, next, cyber security policies. Any cyber security policies. Okay, like what are the main objectives, what the national cybersecurity policies 2013. Okay, just you have to explain that 2013 policy, what is that policy, what are the main objectives of that cybersecurity policy. Okay, it's like a policy, nothing but it defines the rule to protect the any country's cyberspace. And suppose if you take a national cybersecurity policy, explain that national cybersecurity policy of 2013. Okay, so this is the detailed explanation of all units in cybersecurity. I think this video help you. So this is what. Thank you for watching. Okay.